All right, so it is the last game of the season, New England. Uh it's I've mentioned this a few times in a couple of videos. It's wouldn't it be ironic? Wouldn't it just be typical Belichick? It wouldn't even be ironic. It would just be typical Belichick, right? To fucking lay down now and let the Jets win because that will hurt the Jets. The fucking guy does anything he can to hurt the Jets. So at this point, it benefits him to lose with the draft. Now, I don't know whether or not you're hearing these rumors that Belichick is gone from New England. I don't really give a shit, to be honest with you, but it goes to show you how, you know, Brady was that whole fucking dynasty. I don't really think it was Belichick like everybody thinks it was Belichick. So like I said, I can see Belichick losing now this week against the Jets. Because like I said, that'll only fuck the Jets draft up even more. And it will benefit his draft if he still is with New England. So, some interesting news, not really interesting news, but I heard it today with Zach. But before I get to that, I think they cut Dalvin Cook. They should have never signed him to fucking begin with, man. They didn't need him. So I kind of, I kind of thought that was I don't know, that was a stupid signing, I thought. That's when everybody was fucking doing the hurrah for Rodgers fucking thing, man. Everybody was like, oh, Rodgers, we need Dalvin Cook now because Rodgers is coming. Rodgers is starting, So, I'm just laughing because it's like, what the fuck else is there to talk about at this point with this season? But cool things are coming up. I'm going to make a couple of cool videos for the playoffs. So definitely fucking tune in for that. I will definitely cover the playoffs. I will give my predictions. I think it's going to be some good playoffs this year. Some interesting teams are in it. And I'll save all that talk for the playoff videos. What was it? Oh, Zach. I was talking about Zach, right? So I heard today that he's not starting the last game. Kind of makes me feel like he's gone. I think he's done. I think he's off the team, man, at this point. And as he should be, really. It kind of sucks you didn't get to see him finish the season after he had that really good game. Even though the following game he got fucking steamrolled and got a concussion, but it would have been interesting just to see if he could have carried the momentum from that game, the Texan game. So, but he's not starting. His season's over, and his Jet career could be over too. So, it is what it is, man. If they get a high enough draft pick to where they can draft one of these quarterbacks coming out, if it's a good prospect, I think they got to do it. And then after that, it's got to be all offensive line, man. I'm telling you, I would just use the entire draft on the offensive line. That's how bad their fucking line is, and how much it really needs that much like help, man. Their line is in shambles, man. I don't know. Do you draft? We're doing a little draft talk here, but do you draft? You draft a blue chip left tackle in the first round instead of a quarterback if you have the chance? I don't know. You could, and then maybe you take a chance on a quarterback in a later round. That you could do that too. I'm not familiar with the quarterbacks coming out yet, so I can't really give, and I'll say, I do draft videos, so I'll do some homework and I'll give some thoughts about who I think, maybe they should pick if he's there. So, but I really do believe that if a good prospect is available when they pick, a good quarterback prospect, they have to, in my opinion, you got to draft them. You say goodbye to Zach. You make it official. You let the rookie learn under Rodgers for a year or two, if Rodgers stays healthy. And I think that's the way to go. But getting back to it is a New England pregame. Like I said, man, to me, you gotta lose this game, man. Don't break the fucking streak now. Don't win now. Lose this final game to New England, and just try to get the best fucking draft pick you can at this point. There's no point in beating New England. I mean, maybe from the team standpoint, they want to play, they're competitive, they want to go out with a win. I get that, I guess, but listen, I'm a fan, and I'm thinking like fucking what's best for the team at this point. So and it's the draft, man. They beat New England, man. They'll have 7 fucking wins, I think. Like, that's like mid draft almost, man. So they gotta lose. And then that's it, man. We'll see what happens with the off season. So it's after this we'll have the New England post game, and that'll complete the circuit for doing pregame and postgame for pretty much the entire season. So I said I was going to do it, and we did it, right? So, and like I said, I'll definitely have some videos for the off season. Definitely some draft videos. I do the draft videos if you've been following me with the Jets for a while. And like I said, I'll be doing some playoff videos, and which I think will be really cool. I'll predict who I think is gonna win each week, and then we'll have the Super Bowl, and then we'll fucking call it a day for the season. Another lost season for the Jets. What can you do? Let's just see what the fuck happens next year with Rodgers, man. I mean, listen, at this point, this motherfucker better play good, and he better take us at least to the fucking playoffs and have us be competitive in the playoffs. But I don't see that happening if they don't fix the line. So, that's pretty much it. Prediction. Something tells me they're going to fucking win, and they're just going to fuck their draft up even more. It is what it is, man. So, why don't we just wrap it up here? Like I said, even though it was like a fucked up lost season, it had its moments, and I enjoyed doing the pre-games and the post-games. And like I said, the videos won't stop once the season stops. There will be definitely videos, in the off season as well. And like I said, the playoff videos will definitely happen. All right. Enjoy the game. Oh, there's a good game on, yes, let's talk about this quick. Fucking, this is worth talking about. Okay. Buffalo, Miami. I think they flexed it to be a night game. How the fuck did Miami blow their season? Because in my opinion, Miami is about to, they are about to become like, they're going to go from the 2nd seed to like the 5th or some shit like that. Like, and they're going to lose their home playoff game because I'm going to tell you why right now. They are not beating Buffalo this week. I just don't see it happening. And you got to give Buffalo a lot of credit. Buffalo looked like they were dead in the water this year. They had a very hard stretch of games that they had to win to put themselves into this position, and they did it. They beat some big teams to get to this point. So you got to give them a lot of credit. And I think at this point, Buffalo is not going to fucking blow this. If Buffalo wins, that's it, man. They wrap up the division. They win the division, which is just so crazy to me because Miami had like a fucking chokehold on the division title this year. So if they're going to lose, Miami is not going to win the division with like 11 wins. That is fucking crazy. But a lot of credit to Buffalo. You know, if you watch my videos in the past, you know I like Buffalo as well. Let's go Buffalo, man. You know, I would fuck Miami. I want to see Buffalo take the division. I want to see Buffalo will get a home game. It's all good for Buffalo. They just got to take care of business. Game is in Miami, I believe, but I don't think, like I said, I don't think that's stopping Buffalo. They can taste the blood in the water at this point. So, good game Sunday night. I believe it's Sunday night. I think they flexed it, but actually a really good game. It's for the division title. So, enjoy that game. I'm sure you'll enjoy that game more than the Jet game, but enjoy the Jet game as well. And I'll see you guys next week for a New England post game to wrap up the season. And then we will just go from there. All right.